grew.
We're basically conducting an enormous experiment on our children.
Marketplace tests home cleaning products.
Here they're saying to spray where kids are, to use routinely. Is that a good idea?
Well, that's something that the parents should think about.
Sean Ellis is hunting for something. Something in this house that's invisible. In the air, maybe.
It could be the house, we're not sure.
Something that could explain why this family keeps getting sick.
In the past year, I found that I was getting really stuffed up and I developed bronchitis. It doesn't seem to be getting better, it just seems to be getting worse. So I want to try and find out what's going on.
Amanda Saul has severe respiratory problems. 5 weeks ago, she was rushed to the hospital because she couldn't breathe.
I called Sean because I was having a lot of problems breathing-wise, and I wasn't sure if it had to do with the house, with the molds and stuff, or if it had to do with the quality of the house, or maybe even our cleaning products.
Her oldest son, Kieran, is 3 years old. Like so many kids these days, he suffers from allergies, eczema, and recently, asthma.
It's my oldest that I'm concerned about because he has asthma, so anything could trigger that.
So Amanda turned to Ellis, a toxicologist who's begun marketing his services to anxious homeowners. Sean tests the air in people's homes, looking to see how many chemicals or other particulate matter may be floating there.
There's a growing concern about the connection between people's health and their indoor environments.
Sean tests for all kinds of things: mold, moisture, and more, he's testing for chemicals.
Some of my clients using cleaners, especially if it's a combination of cleaners, can actually make them dizzy or have headaches.
What he's talking about are cleaning products, like the ones Amanda and her husband use every day. Many of them contain chemicals.
I think the majority of the awareness of cleaning products in people's homes are that a cleaning product is natural and safe. I don't think people consider cleaning products chemicals.
Last year, Canadians spent over $275 million on household cleaning products.
They're appealing to the fear of danger for their children.
Ever look at the label of your favorite floor cleaner or furniture polish? There's not much on it. That's because companies are protected by trade secrets. If you do find an ingredient, it's there because it could blow up or poison you. Many other chemicals are not even listed.
We're basically conducting an enormous experiment on our children.
Sean Ellis is testing the air in parts of the house where cleaners are stored.
You can always smell those cleaners even though they're all tightly sealed.
Sure enough, everywhere the cleaning products are kept, the readings jump. We asked Sean to test 3 of the products we saw in the commercials. The average home normally reads about 50 parts per billion. Let's see what happens with the pledge, 273 parts per billion. According to Sean, anything over 500 could be a problem for sensitive people. What about Clorox wipes?
So again, a simple wipe, and the levels jump up from the hundreds into the thousands here.
And finally, the Lysol disinfecting spray.
We're now in the parts per million as opposed to the parts per billion. So you're looking at about 12,000.
That's about 1,000 times higher than the Clorox.
I'm cleaning the counters, but am I doing something opposite where I'm affecting my kids' respiratory problems?
We live in an increasingly chemical society. Experts don't know how dangerous these chemicals might be, but they are starting to worry. Dr. Gideon Corin is a pediatrician at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto.
How can we, as one of the most advanced countries in the world, allow these to enter our household for small children without the appropriate testing to see that it's safe?
Dr. Corin says young children are especially vulnerable, partly because of exposure. Everything goes into their mouths, and they virtually live on the floor. But also, young kids are more sensitive because they're still developing the basic body systems, the brain, the internal organs, the respiratory and immune systems. Even the reproductive system is not fully developed until adolescence. Dr. Corin isn't the only specialist to be increasingly concerned about what living in such a chemical society might be doing to our kids. Respiratory illness is the leading cause of admission to hospital for children. Childhood asthma has jumped 400% over the last 20 years. And after injuries, cancer is now the leading cause of death among children aged 5 to 9.
There's increasing evidence of links between those kinds of chronic health effects in children and a certain range of chemicals in our environment.
Can you smell?
Yeah. So we went to see a chemist, Dr. Virginia Solaris. She's an indoor air quality expert. And we asked her, what's in some of these products being marketed to young families? In this can, there are products that can cause skin irritation or irritation to the lung, even neurological implications. And yet here they're saying to, spray where kids are, to use it every day or at least use routinely. Is that a good idea?
Well, that's something that the parents should think about. Do they want to spray the air that people are breathing, or their kids, the toys or surfaces that the children are touching? Do they want them sprayed?
Okay, now this is Clorox disinfecting wipes. It says to wipe surfaces throughout the house, kitchen and bathroom.
It lists two products, dimethylbenzyl ammonium chloride and dimethylethylbenzyl ammonium chloride.
Again, like in the Lysol, more pesticides with possible harmful effects.
If you find that it has an ingredient which is a chemical, you can't even pronounce it, you don't know what it is, you don't know how it can affect you, I think it's about time you think, should I be using this?
What kind of exposure do you need to those chemicals before it's harmful?
We don't really know.
But we know at some level it can be harmful.
That's right.
So Amanda Saul has decided to cut down on the chemicals in her home. But she'll have to figure it out on her own. For the time being, at least, the government and manufacturers are under no obligation to help her.